you're so shameless as a mother. Even though you're from a single-parent household, you still have the nerve to try and use the kindergarten bus, don't you? Is this you, Emily? And why are you saying this? Yes, I'm a single mother and Maya doesn't have a father, but what does that have to do with us using the kindergarten bus? I'm telling you, single parents should not indulge in luxuries. Luxuries? Are you referring to the bus fee? It's not like I'm struggling to pay for it. Oh, please, no need to put on airs. That's not my intention, but I still don't understand. What's wrong with being a single mother? Ugh, do I have to spell it out for you? I don't want my child from a proper wealthy family sharing space with a poor, dirty child from a family like yours. What? You should be grateful your child isn't in the same class as mine. If she were, I'd have gotten you both kicked out of the kindergarten already. Papa, the kindergarten bus passed by and left me again. Father, I apologize for the intrusion earlier today. It seems Maya sent a text message on her own.
Ah, if it isn't Emily. I should apologize as well for not responding immediately. I was at a friend's house and I only noticed your text message just now, so it was indeed Maya who sent it.
Yes, that's right. While I was working from home at my computer, she managed to type and send it by herself. She's just turned 6, and she's quite something. Recently, she's been fascinated by watching me use my smartphone. Since she learned spelling and things like that at her previous kindergarten, she seems to have picked up typing on her own. Maybe she learned it by watching how I operate my phone.
Maya is just like my late son. She's good at that sort of thing.
Yes, it seems so.
Anyway, about that message.
Yes, please, go ahead, and I'm sorry if there's any worry.
You've only been at the new kindergarten for 2 weeks, right? What's happened? Let me know if you need to talk. I'm here to help.
Actually, the issue is that a single parent's child is not allowed to use the bus.
What?
There's a parent at the kindergarten who holds a lot of prejudice against single-parent families. This person is the mother of a child in the class next to Maya's. She seems to be the leader among the kindergarten moms. As soon as she found out that our family is a single-parent household, she started looking down on us, assuming we must be poor. And since the next day, the kindergarten bus has been passing by our house without stopping.
What? Are you saying the kindergarten is now just following the orders of this leader mother?
It seems so. I thought it might have been a mistake on that day, so I took Maya to kindergarten in my car. But the next day and the day after that, the bus kept ignoring our house. I realized this was a pattern, and I began to worry that Maya might face harassment at the kindergarten where I couldn't keep an eye on her. So I decided to keep her home today.
I see. Do you know the name of this leader mother?
Her name is Emily.
Emily? I didn't catch her last name. Can you send me that too?
I didn't get it, unfortunately.
I think I might know her.
Really? Do you know her?
If it's the person I'm thinking of, she's the daughter of a business owner I know. It seems her spoiled behavior, nurtured by her mother, is something even her father struggles with.
Oh, and I heard she has a son in kindergarten, too.
Yes, I remember her boasting about being the daughter of a company president. Her father runs one of the largest corporations in this area. If it's about B Corporation, then it must be that Emily.
So, you know her?
It seems so. I'll need to confirm this with my acquaintance directly.
I'm really sorry to trouble you with this.
No, I'd be happy to help for the sake of my son's wife and my lovely granddaughter.
Thank you so much.
Depending on the situation, should we consider shutting down that kindergarten?
Could it be that your child hasn't been coming to kindergarten lately because you've run out of money for the tuition? So you're really struggling, aren't you? That's not true at all. I don't appreciate your assumptions. The reason Maya hasn't been attending is not due to financial issues. Oh, really? Then what is it? It must be financial, given the way things are. After all, you've been having trouble with the kindergarten bus, haven't you? If you're having issues with that, it's probably because you can't afford it. No, it's not about the money. The real issue is the harassment from the kindergarten bus. With the way things are going, I can't be sure what might happen to Maya inside the kindergarten if I'm not there to supervise her. I'm keeping her at home for her safety. Well then, if that's the case, you might as well just withdraw her from the kindergarten. It seems like you're not fitting in here. Why should I withdraw her? I don't understand why you think that's necessary. You don't get it. Our kindergarten is an elite institution. It's designed for children from wealthy families. It's located in a high-end residential area, and it's clear that not everyone fits in here. So according to you, as long as a single mother isn't poor, she can stay, but if she is, she doesn't belong? Exactly! It's a common stereotype that single-parent families are usually struggling financially. It's just how things are perceived. Well, that's called prejudice. Just because there's a stereotype doesn't mean it's right. Oh, come on. If you're saying that's not the case, then prove it. Show me evidence that you're not poor. Evidence? Is that what you need? I don't think it's necessary to prove anything to you. Of course, it's impossible to prove, isn't it? No, I don't believe it's impossible. It just seems you're not interested in seeing the truth. Well, you're just making excuses because you can't answer directly, aren't you? It's clear you're not looking for an honest conversation. You just want to enforce your prejudices. Really now? So what are you going to do? If you're so sure of your situation, then prove it and stop making excuses.
Luna, good evening. How are you tonight?
Good evening, Dad. I'm doing all right, thank you. How was your day?
I've just finished speaking with Emily's father. It seems that there's been quite a bit of tension.
So, what did he say? Is there any resolution in sight?
Yes, there are some developments. I expect that there will be some action by tomorrow. He seemed quite intent on addressing the issue promptly. It looks like things might escalate a bit. I'm sorry if it ends up causing any inconvenience for you when I return home. I'll be dealing with this matter as best as I can. If it turns into a bigger issue, don't feel like you have to handle it all by yourself. Feel free to delegate anything that needs to be handled to me. I want to make sure that this situation is resolved without causing you too much stress.
Thank you very much for your consideration. I really appreciate it. I'll definitely rely on you if the situation worsens. Your support means a lot to me. Hey, Luna! What on earth is going on with you? Why are you acting so weird? Good morning. What's with the sudden commotion? I'm just trying to understand what's happening. Who exactly are you? Huh? I'm a mother raising my only daughter while working from home. That's pretty much all I can say about myself. That can't be all there is to it. Otherwise, my father wouldn't have been so flustered just hearing your name. Moreover, I was really scolded for not including you. Could this be about the confirmation from my father-in-law? Huh? Father-in-law? Yes, my husband's father. Huh? Oh, I see. So even though you're divorced from your husband, you still have contact with your in-laws? We're not actually divorced. Huh? I thought your divorce was due to some affair of yours. Is that not the case? Where did you hear that from? Well, do you think all single mothers are divorced because of their own affairs? No, not quite. At least that's not my case. Then what exactly is the situation? My husband passed away from illness 2 years ago. Oh. So my father-in-law still deeply cares about us who were left behind, especially Maya, who is both his granddaughter and a precious memory of his son. Whenever something comes up, he immediately offers advice and acts swiftly to resolve the issue. The reason Maya and I recently moved to this area, which is where my late husband was from, was also his strong wish. What's that about? Of course, I believe it's important not to become too financially dependent, so I work and manage to save several $1,000s each month. I find it quite unfair to be labeled as poor under these circumstances. What exactly is your father-in-law? He shares the same last name as me and is a well-known acquaintance with your father, holding significant influence in this area. Does that not clarify things? Same last name? If you say that, then it must be... wait a minute. No way. Is he the major landowner who owns numerous properties in this entire area? Yes, that's right. He's my father-in-law, Rick. He's also Maya's grandfather. You're kidding me! No, I'm not. I'm sorry for any confusion. I should have clarified this sooner. I didn't realize how much of an impact this would have. This is quite the revelation. My father-in-law holds a prominent position in the region. He's known for his extensive real estate holdings. Exactly! I had no idea. This changes everything. I understand. It's a lot to take in. I should have been more upfront about this. It's just... I never imagined that you were connected to someone so influential. Emily, please. Hey, please help me out here. I am facing a situation where my husband is on the verge of divorcing me. My father is also becoming increasingly upset, and my mother, who usually supports me unconditionally, is now siding with him. This is putting immense pressure on me, and I feel utterly lost. I see. I've received updates about this situation on my end as well. It appears that things have become quite complicated. So the company building and the factory land owned by your father's company, the apartment that's being used for employee housing, and your family's house, all of these properties are rented from my father-in-law, correct? Yes, that seems to be the case. My father-in-law has been involved in renting those properties to us, and now everything is in jeopardy because of this current crisis. My father-in-law, who is deeply enraged by your unreasonable and oppressive behavior, has demanded a swift resolution from your father. He's someone who doesn't take such matters lightly. If a resolution isn't reached quickly, he's declared that he will no longer engage in any rental agreements with your father in the future. This is a serious threat that could have severe repercussions for us. That's right. Because of this, my situation is becoming increasingly dire. I'm not only facing a potential divorce from my husband, but also the possibility of being disowned by my parents. Is there truly nothing you can do to assist me in this matter? I'm at my wit's end and feeling completely desperate. If you could just put in a good word with Rick, maybe it would help ease the situation a little. Any support you could provide would be invaluable in helping us resolve this issue. I'm afraid I cannot grant such a request. It's not something I can intervene in. Why not? Can't you show even a bit of compassion? This is a critical situation for me, and I am struggling to hold everything together. It seems you've forgotten entirely about the incident with the kindergarten bus. Huh? What do you mean? The way the kindergarten bus passed by my house without picking up the children was something that could only be orchestrated with significant involvement and coordination with the kindergarten itself. It was a deliberate act. I've traced the issue back to this, and it appears that you're having an affair with the bus driver, aren't you? Huh? What are you talking about? That's not true. Yes, the affair and the misuse of that relationship are the main reasons for the divorce, correct? You seem to know everything about it. Well, given that I've been directly impacted by these events, I believe I have the right to be informed. Please don't expect me to be the one to help you out in this situation. I am not in a position to offer assistance. Aren't you concerned about how this is going to impact my child? Huh? If this divorce goes through, my child will end up being raised by a single parent, which is a very challenging situation. Just like Maya from your family, my child will have to grow up with only one parent. You understand how devastating that can be, don't you? Please don't equate your situation with mine. It is not the same at all. Huh? I heard that based on your childcare experience and legal considerations, your husband is likely to gain custody of your child. That's correct. At such a young age, when the child is still yearning for their mother. If things go poorly, your son might end up in an even worse situation compared to Maya. I've heard that you've been neglecting household chores and childcare duties, merely putting on a facade of being a good wife and a wise mother for appearances. Huh? That's not true. I've been trying my best. For a mother like you, your presence, or absence, doesn't seem to make much difference. Might be better if you weren't around at all. What are you saying? Are you implying that my presence doesn't matter? I'm going to leave now. Continuing this unproductive and painful conversation is a waste of time. I have other matters to attend to. What do you mean by that? You can't just leave like this. You need to understand that this is a serious situation for me. I am facing potential ruin, and you just walk away? You're not understanding the gravity of the situation. I have done my best to handle things, but it's clear that there is nothing more I can do here. I'm not going to waste more time on this. What are you talking about? You have no idea what it's like for me right now. I do understand that you're going through a difficult time, but there's nothing more I can contribute to this conversation. My own concerns and responsibilities take precedence. This isn't fair. You're supposed to help me, not just dismiss my problems. Sometimes the best way to handle a situation is to step back and reassess. I'm afraid continuing this discussion will only lead to more frustration. So you're just going to abandon me to face this alone? I am not abandoning you, but I must prioritize my own obligations. I hope you find a way to resolve your issues. No, you can't just leave like this. Goodbye. What do you mean goodbye? This isn't over. I'm sorry, but I need to go. I wish you the best in resolving your issues.
Hello, Luna.
Hello.
Have you managed to calm down a bit since we last spoke?
Yes, somewhat. It's been a challenging time, but I'm getting through it.
That's good to hear.
I've been quite relieved because the acting principal at the kindergarten is a very caring and competent person. It's reassuring to know that Maya's in good hands. Thanks to that, I've managed to make some supportive friends among the other parents.
That's great news. It's wonderful to hear that you're settling in well and finding a supportive community.
Yes, it is a relief. By the way, I heard that there'll be a change in the managing organization of the kindergarten starting next year?
Oh yes, that's actually true. It's a significant change, but one that's necessary. We can't let the quality of the care and the environment for the children decline, especially in light of the recent issues we've faced.
I see. So what's the plan for the transition?
Well, following the recent concerns, the stakeholders had a series of discussions about how to address the issues and improve the situation. It was decided that my close friend's educational foundation, which operates several reputable schools, would take over the management of the kindergarten.
Oh, that's reassuring. By the time the transfer happens, Maya will already be in elementary school, but it's good to know that the changes should help restore trust in addressing any concerns for future parents.
Exactly. We're working hard to ensure that the transition is smooth and that the kindergarten continues to be a nurturing environment for the children.
That's good to know.
By the way, have you already bought a backpack for Maya?
No, not yet. It's something I've been meaning to do, but with everything that's been going on, I haven't gotten around to it yet.
Well, if you don't mind, I'd love to help with that. I understand your parents are planning to buy a study desk for her, so I thought I could take care of the backpack.
Oh, would you really? Oh, that's very generous of you. I didn't expect that, but it would be wonderful.
Of course, I'd be happy to help. It's a special occasion, and I'd love to make sure Maya gets a backpack that she'll really like and be excited about.
That's very kind of you. I'm sure Maya will be thrilled. She has a special bond with you as her grandfather, so this gesture will mean a lot to her.
Yes, I'm sure it will. How about we plan a day to go shopping together? We can pick out the backpack and spend some quality time together.
That sounds like a great idea. I'd appreciate your company. It would be nice to make a day out of it and have some enjoyable time together.
Absolutely. It'll be a fun outing, and I think Maya will enjoy it too. Let's set a date to go shopping and get everything ready for her.
Perfect. I'll check my schedule and let you know which day works best. Thank you so much for offering to help.
No problem at all. I'm looking forward to it. It's a small way to contribute and show support, especially after everything that's been happening recently.
I agree. It's moments like these that remind us of the importance of family and supporting each other. I'm glad we can do this together for Maya.
Me too. It's important to make these moments special for her, especially as she transitions into a new stage of her life.
Absolutely. I'm sure she'll appreciate the effort and care we're putting into this. It's all part of creating a positive environment for her as she grows.
Definitely. It's also a way to show her that we're here for her and that we care deeply about her happiness and well-being.
Yes, and I believe it will make a difference. She'll feel the love and support from all of us, and that's what truly matters.
Agreed. So let's make sure to get everything done smoothly and enjoy the process. I'm looking forward to spending some time together and making this special for Maya.
Me too. I'm confident that with your help, we'll make this a memorable and enjoyable experience for Maya.
Absolutely. Let's make it a fun outing and ensure everything is perfect for her.
Definitely. I'll make the necessary arrangements and get back to you with the details. Thanks again for your kindness and willingness to help.
It's my pleasure. I'm happy to be able to support you and Maya. Let's make sure to create a wonderful experience for her.
Indeed. I'm looking forward to it. It's important to create positive memories for Maya, and I'm glad we can do that together.
Yes, and it's also a chance for us to bond and strengthen our family connections. I'm sure Maya will appreciate the effort we're putting into this.
Absolutely. It's these kinds of moments that make a difference in her life and help her feel loved and valued.
Exactly. So let's make the most of this opportunity and ensure that Maya has a great start with her new backpack and everything else.
I couldn't agree more. I'll finalize the details and let you know soon. Thanks once again for being so supportive.
No problem at all. I'm excited about our shopping trip and making this special for Maya.
Me too. I'll see you soon and we'll make sure everything is perfect.
Looking forward to it. See you soon.
See you soon. Take care.
You too. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye. Not long after this incident, Emily's divorce was finalized. As one would expect, she had to pay alimony for her indiscretions and child support for her son. On top of that, she was severed from her family and relatives, who disowned her entirely. The affair with the previous head of the preschool, who was her lover, ended with him paying compensation and disappearing without a trace. Currently, Emily has no one to rely on. She lives in a rundown apartment tucked away in a corner of the town, trying to make ends meet with her meager income. From what I gather, she's now splitting her payments for both alimony and child support, which must be a struggle given her financial situation. Emily, who graduated from a prestigious university and got married and had a child right after graduation, had never worked a day in her life. Her entire adult life had been spent within the comforts of her home, without the need to seek employment. Her life took a dramatic turn when a significant mistake at work led her boss to explode with anger. This incident seems to have been a catalyst for a complete transformation in her behavior. The once capricious and demanding Emily had to retreat and adapt to much harsher reality. The change in Emily was stark. Her once vibrant and confident demeanor had now turned into a shadow of its former self. In the workplace, she's become incredibly cautious, constantly walking on eggshells. Her interactions are marked by a noticeable fear and anxiety, and she's always been wary of making any mistakes that could provoke another outburst from her superiors. The job that she once might have considered beneath her has become a source of constant stress and fear. Emily's days are now filled with an almost constant sense of dread. She's perpetually on edge, worried about her performance and her standing in the office. The stress is not just from work, but from the constant pressure of meeting her financial obligations. This pressure is compounded by the disapproval of her family and the community's judgment. It seems that the public eye has been unforgiving, and Emily's reputation has suffered greatly due to her past actions. In her neighborhood, where she now resides in a dilapidated apartment, Emily's presence is somewhat of a curiosity. The once privileged and pampered woman has now become a figure of pity, and her past lifestyle seems like a distant memory. Neighbors might whisper about her, sharing their opinions on her fall from grace, but it seems Emily is trying her best to keep a low profile. Every day for Emily is a struggle to maintain a facade of normalcy while managing the overwhelming burden of her financial and personal issues. The sense of isolation she feels is palpable. She's lost her former circle of friends and has become estranged from her family, leaving her without a support system. Her days are spent in a state of apprehension, with every minor issue feeling like a potential crisis. Moreover, Emily's son, who is presumably affected by the turmoil in his mother's life, also bears the brunt of this instability. The child support payments are meant to ensure his well-being, but the emotional strain of their situation undoubtedly affects him. It's not just about the financial support, but the emotional and psychological stability that every child needs, which might be lacking in their current circumstances. The previous head of the preschool, who was involved in the affair with Emily, has also vanished from the scene. His departures left Emily even more isolated, as she no longer has any connection or support from that part of her life. The affair's fallout has not only impacted her personal life, but has had severe repercussions for her professional life as well. Emily's story is a stark reminder of how quickly life can change. From a position of apparent stability and privilege, she's been thrust into a situation of hardship and struggle. The luxuries and comforts she once enjoyed have been replaced by the harsh realities of living in a rundown apartment and dealing with the daily pressures of a difficult financial situation. Her experience is a lesson in the fragility of success and the ease with which it can slip away due to mistakes and poor decisions. In summary, Emily's current life is characterized by financial struggle, social isolation, and constant anxiety. Her fall from a life of comfort and security into one of hardship and anxiety is a testament to the impact that personal choices and circumstances can have on one's life. Her daily existence is now marked by a continuous effort to navigate her new reality while dealing with the emotional and financial consequences of her past decisions.
Yo, Felipe! From today onwards, I'm the new manager around here.
I was wondering who was messaging me at this time of the afternoon on my day off, and it just so happens to be you, Marcus. Nice to hear from you.
Hey, you call me manager from now on, all right? Or boss, if that's the route you want to take.
What, did something happen to the other manager of the store?
I just told you that today I've been made the manager of this sushi restaurant.
Could I ask you to please explain things in a little bit more detail for me then? Because as far as I'm aware, your uncle is still the manager of the restaurant and not you. And as far as the position of manager goes, I never even heard about how there would be a new manager elected to run the place. Did I miss some kind of a very important meeting the other day that I was supposed to be at?
Well, my uncle just went and took his last breath and will no longer be coming out to run this place or anything else anymore.
Really?
He passed out back at home just the other day, and when the ambulance came and took him away, that was the last I'd seen of him. All right.
I didn't realize. I am so sorry for your loss, Marcus. If there's anything you need my help with, anything at all, please let me know.
Of course you'll be helping me out. As for right now, I can't be closing the restaurant at the last minute, but my family and I are all worked up right now and have to be home getting things ready for the funeral and such. So I'm gonna have you and Jay take over the place for me tonight, and for plenty of nights to come, I think. And once I've had time to talk with all of my family about it, we might be holding the funeral at the restaurant itself, so make sure you're all ready for that. I don't want to upset my uncle, who is not in heaven, by having us hold his funeral at his restaurant and it not being in tip-top shape.
Understood. When you have all the details about that, please let the staff and I know. I'll get to work on changing things around on the schedule for everyone's shift.
Good!
Hello, Jay. It's me, Felipe. Did you hear anything at all from Marcus about the situation yet?
I did. Marcus's wife went ahead and sent me all the details about what had happened. I can't believe that he's already gone now. I'm hoping that at some point you and I will be able to go to his funeral as well. Anyway, did you end up hearing about everything from Marcus himself then?
That's right. He came to me and explained everything that had happened and what was going to happen.
I see. So him and his wife worked on contacting the both of us separately.
And so, from what I'd been told, you and I are being left in charge of the restaurant while Marcus is out dealing with his family and the funeral.
So in other words, he's not even thinking about closing down the place for a while then?
That's what it seems like. He said that he'd like to keep the place up and running for all of our customers, I believe. And he's also thinking of holding part of the funeral here, most likely the dinner and such.
Well, his wife did tell me that she thought he was going to want to keep the place open for his own sake, or something along those lines. But if it's also to hold the funeral at, then I suppose it all makes a bit more sense. He is like a completely different person from his uncle, though, wanting to keep this restaurant open almost as though nothing had ever happened. Such an odd guy.
He sure is. So, can I ask you to go ahead and take care of shifting all of the schedule around and stuff for me?
I'll take care of it. Considering that Marcus won't be around, you're the only person here that can make the sushi that all of our customers want to eat. So I'll take care of everything like that in the office. And when I'm done, I'll come out and let you know before I head out for the night. Now, good luck making all those dishes on your own.
Thank you, Jay.
Felipe, listen, bud, cut it out with all of that careless talking while we're serving our customers. All you're here to do is make sushi for them and serve it.
Hello, Marcus.
Call me the manager or boss.
Okay. Did you need anything from me? Today is your day off, right?
And like I was just saying to you, I'm not paying you to sit around talking all day to the customers while you're making that sushi. We have a server for that, as well as someone at the front of the house who can handle all of the customers.
I find that it is a must to smile and make small talk with the customers while I do my job as a way of entertaining them.
Huh?
They come over to the counter for a reason, and it's not just to eat the sushi and then go home. And what exactly is wrong with me making the customers laugh and enjoy the service we give at this sushi restaurant? Was that all you had to say to me? If so, then I'll be going now. I have a long day ahead of me and not a lot of time to be staring at my phone.
Philippe, good work today.
Hey, Jay, good work today to you as well. By the way, Jay, by this point in time, you should be leaving your work at this restaurant in order to go and help your husband open his place, correct?
Well, I suppose you're right about that, but some things have come up that are causing an issue.
I'm sorry that at a time like now you're having to deal with everything else in life like this place.
My husband understands the circumstances himself, so it's all fine. And actually, my daughter has stepped in to do a lot of the work I was planning to do, so there was no need to worry about me. But there is only a couple of days left. Good luck to you.
Thank you, and right back at you.
And now that you've mentioned all of that...
Ah, right.
Did you take some time to think things through?
Well, that's a good question. I am very thankful that you brought something like that up with me before. But considering all this place has done for me as I've worked here for a long time, I don't want to think about leaving it.
I see. And I completely understand that. You started to work part-time at that place back when you'd just gotten out of middle school and began working full-time after high school. So it's been close to a decade or two for you, right? You ended up gaining so much experience there as well, and could be considered as one of the best sushi chefs around. The fact that you got to work under the previous manager so often was so lucky for you.
I still have a long ways to go before becoming a true master at this, but thank you for saying that, Jay.
But there's one thing I have to say to you right now. The fact that you were never allowed to become the new manager after Marcus's uncle passed away was a major blow to the place, and him taking the restaurant over for himself is going to be the end of it.
What? Oh, but hold on, Marcus is his nephew of all people.
But the man that we all respected and loved working for actually cared about his store and his customers, right? And when it comes to you, you're the same as he was. Meaning you should be the one in charge of the place now, not Marcus. You can actually converse with everyone there without causing a headache. And have always been praised by all the customers. You should be the one running that place. Yet you're having to sit back and let the untrained nephew take it over. Also, I'm sure you're very much aware of this already, but a lot of those customers we had coming before are no longer around, thanks to Marcus, especially the regulars. A lot of them stopped coming over. The fact that Marcus took over the place from his uncle right after he passed away. And that fact alone.
I know. I am very much aware of what's been going on. I've asked that Marcus be more open-minded about the way he approaches and speaks to a lot of his customers, and I've tried to explain to him how a business like this works. But just as I'd suspected, he doesn't really care to listen to me at all. Also, it seems that from the very start he's seen me as some kind of an enemy of his. Currently, I'm in a position where he can't really fire me or anything, so I have that helping me, but I can for sure tell that he doesn't want me around due to the way he speaks to me.
Yet you're still wanting to stay at that restaurant?
Well...
In the past, the manager said this to me. He said that it is always important to respect the sign that hangs out in the front store, and to always make sure the business is doing its best. But if that becomes the only thing one thinks about, costing him the relation he has with his customers and the staff, then he's better off taking that sign down and ending the business for good.
I've heard that story from him in the past as well. Thinking back on what was said, do you think he was talking about something like what's happening here now?
I'm sure you know the answer to that already, right? I don't need an answer from you right now to my earlier proposal, so take your time to think about it.
Will do.
Yo, Felipe! I'm gonna be changing up the staff here so you can choose between having your pay reduced or leaving my business.
What? What are you talking about right now, Marcus?
I said for you to call me manager, and what I'm going on about has to do with Jay. She finally went and left this place after so many years of causing problems here, all because her favorite boss is no longer running the place. So while I'm enjoying my day off, I thought I'd ask all of my staff what they wanted to do as I began to hire new people.
But I'm not sure why you're wanting to hire on so many new staff members right now. In the past, both your uncle and Jay did a very good job of managing the place, and were able to bring in enough money at one point where they could afford to hire new hands and keep them around.
Well, my plan is to lay most of you guys off now and bring in my friends who are all wanting to work here. As the new manager of this place, I feel it's best to be surrounded by those who actually listen to me and who I can trust with the place. Because for some reason you and all the rest of the staff here that were hired by my uncle are never listening to a damn thing I say.
It's because you never take your job as the manager seriously here that we can't listen to what you're saying and are always having to talk back to you. Also, you went and started to talk about how you'd be bringing in a bunch of really cheap fish from overseas that's nowhere near as good as the stuff we've been using, and I will not take that.
If you're not able to agree with the way I want to run my business, then get the hell out. I thought it was kind of me to give you the option of choosing between a reduced salary or being laid off, but now I'm not giving you a choice anymore. You're done here, bud. Even if you were never going to quit, it's too late now. And once you're out on the streets, you're not going to be able to find another job because this place was all you ever had. All thanks to my uncle taking your familyless ass in after you went to high school.
I guess I'm quitting then.
You'd better thank me for letting you stay here with that reduced wage.
I just said that I'm quitting, though.
Wait, what? You're gonna quit your job here?
Yes.
Do you have any idea what that will mean for you? You quitting your job means that you'll no longer be employed anywhere. A high school graduate like you leaving this place means that you'll never have another chance at a job like this one again.
Fortunately, I'm a very good sushi chef with many years of experience under my belt. As long as I'm willing to use these abilities of mine to make the best sushi I can, anywhere would be happy to have me working in their kitchen.
Yo, wait!
I'll leave my notice on your desk tomorrow, Marcus.
No, wait,
I'm going now.
When you start to regret what you're doing here, don't come crawling back to me!
Jay, I would really love to come and work for your husband at his sushi restaurant, please.
Well. You made your choice a lot quicker than I was expecting you to.
Well, something happened that led me to believe that right now would be the best time to go and join you and your husband at that new restaurant.
I see. Considering I'm working for a new place now and have nothing to do with my past job, I don't think I should be asking about all of the details. But Philippe, I'm going to get you all set up to come and join us right now.
Thank you so much, Jay.
Yo, Felipe!
Long time no see, Marcus.
I'm hiring you back into my restaurant, so make sure tomorrow you come in to start working for me right away.
What?
Also, I'm leaving you in charge of preparing the place for opening. I don't have enough hands right now to do it all.
Hold on, I have no need to go back to work for you.
Stop being so modest here. You'll only be making half the salary you had here before, but that's better than being jobless, right? And if you're not able to pay for your apartment with that, I'll allow you to come out and live in my family's house. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
I have a job of my own already.
Huh?
And of course, I'm still working as a sushi chef like before.
You were able to find another job working for another sushi restaurant?
That's right.
Which one?
One that's in Hawaii.
In Hawaii?
You knew about how Jay's husband also happened to work in the world of sushi, right? And, well, that husband of hers just so happened to open up a store of his own out in tropical Hawaii. And thankfully they made sure to let me know that I could come out and work for them if I pleased. I was a bit hesitant about what to do at first, but when you came and threatened me with either having my pay cut or having me leave the restaurant, the idea of moving to Hawaii to make sushi for someone else finally popped into my head. And that was the choice I ended up making.
What? So that's when you made your choice?
So now that you're aware of the situation I'm in, it's impossible for me to go all the way back there to help you.
No way! Right now is no time to be messing around, though. If things don't change soon, the whole restaurant itself is gonna be in trouble. Come back here and work for me right now. If you're not here to make all of the sushi, none of the customers are gonna want to spend their money here anymore.
What happened to all those friends of yours that you said you'd be hiring on in order to make your staff more trustworthy?
About all of them. They assumed that you'd still be working here when they all came, and that's why they made the choice to join me. But when they heard that you quit, they all said things had changed and they no longer wanted to work for me either. So if you were to come back here and start working for me again...
I'm sorry, but I'm very busy at the moment.
Wait a second, Felipe!
Goodbye now.
Felipe!
Ever since I left that place and moved out of the state, I heard about what happened through a coworker of mine who also happened to be one of the employees I ended up training as my first trainee. He told me that Marcus went and ordered a lot more fish from that really cheap supplier, and that led to all of the remaining staff to have a strike, saying that he was trying to kill his customers with terrible quality fish. And even before that strike took place, a lot of the customers that did end up going there were said to have gotten sick due to most of the fish no longer being sushi grade anymore, leading to a few cases of the restaurant being inspected by the state health inspector. The ratings of the restaurant went down the drain after those inspections came back poorly, and business there became more and more of a rare spectacle. The strikes also became more common until there was only a select few employees remaining there, which wasn't even enough manpower to have the restaurant open for one day. So, in the end, after almost going under and never being able to revive the place, Marcus's older brother went ahead and took the place from him and is currently working on turning the whole entire restaurant and everything around. Of course, Marcus was not allowed to work there after the place was renovated and management had been changed, but his efforts to find other work weren't fortuitous. The word about him being a terrible manager spread like wildfire, and not a single place wanted to hire a man with such a rotten work ethic and horrible track record. He would find some work at places like gas stations and convenience stores, but due to his horrible attitude, he'd cause drama and the like and lose his jobs there as well. Recently, I've heard a rumor going around that he's having to sleep in a cardboard box out on the street every night as he tries his luck at gambling in a nearby casino with whatever money he can scrape up. As for myself, I've been fully moved into my new apartment here in Hawaii and have been working close to 60 hours a week making sure that the restaurant does well. I started off working here with a larger salary than I had when I left the previous restaurant, and I've been told that if the restaurant does good throughout the length of 1 year, I'll be rewarded with bonuses and all. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Maya, when are you finally going to get a divorce from Dad? I'm really getting sick and tired of you always being at the house doing nothing but chores all the time, so let's go. Huh? Sarah, what do you mean by that? I'm asking you to divorce him because I don't want you here in this house anymore. It's clear you have a strong dislike for me, but if you had objections, you should have expressed them before the marriage. Why bring it up now? I've been together with your dad for years now, so it's really not the best time to be asking something like that now. The only reason I never complained about you back then was because ever since my real mom left, I've been the one responsible for all the household chores. The situation wasn't ideal, but it was manageable. When Dad told me he wanted to marry someone and brought you home, I thought to myself, finally, I might be free from these endless chores. I was thrilled at the prospect of having some relief and even approved of your marriage to him. But once we actually began living together, the reality was far different from my expectations. I was freed from doing housework, but having to live with someone who I felt was an annoying old woman was more distressing. Annoying old woman, huh? And let's not forget, just 6 months after the wedding, Dad had that accident, ended up hospitalized, didn't he? Being stuck living alone with a strange aunt has been excruciating. It feels like a punishment, if I'm being honest. A strange aunt? It feels so good to finally voice my true feelings. I have had those pent up for so long now that I had no clue what I was going to do if I didn't get them off my chest. I'm happy to hear that you're feeling better now, but if I leave, won't you have to handle the housework again? From now on, I plan to arrange for professional cleaning services, and I'll invest in time-saving kitchen gadgets and cleaning equipment. This way I can minimize my own work and ensure everything runs smoothly. Of course, I'll also be asking that my dad doesn't make as much of a mess when he's back home. Sarah, are you thinking about the expenses involved? Not only will all those fancy gadgets you're talking about cost a lot, but getting a cleaning service or even a maid to come over and clean, that's way too much money. I know that, and of course I've been thinking about the cost. Dad's income seems to have increased since marrying you, so with that extra money, we can take care of all the required needs. Huh? Since you married Dad, his standard of living has improved, hasn't it? This means his salary must have risen, making it easier for him to support a full-time housewife like you. If you were to leave, there would be a reduction in household expenses, which would provide me with a chance to enjoy a more comfortable lifestyle with the saved money. Excuse me, can we talk about something? What else do you want to talk about? I'm not a full-time housewife. Huh? But you're always at home. Didn't you quit your job when you married Dad and told me that you'd be home a lot more often than before? Yes, I did leave my corporate job, but see, you're not working. Earning money isn't just about having a job at a company. Huh? Currently, I work remotely, which means that I'm pretty much able to work from home all the time. Huh? Isn't that just doing a bit of work on the side while you handle household chores? Isn't that called piecework? It might seem that way, but I also have passive income streams. What's that? Even if you use fancy terminology, it still looks like piecework to me. Like you've got some kind of a small side gig or something. Sarah, you're about to graduate from high school and have plans to go to junior college. You should start acquiring the knowledge that will be useful when you enter the workforce. Huh? I don't understand what you're talking about. Anyway, I need my allowance. I just gave it to you last week. It's not enough. No, it's not happening. If you want that money, then maybe start doing some chores as well, and I'll pay you for your hard work. You are so stingy. My last mom was never like this. Sarah, sorry for interrupting you, but there's something I'd like to ask you about. What's that? Do you know what happened to my wristwatch? What? It's the silver one that I've always got on when I'm going out. I don't know where it is. Actually, I never care about what kinds of things you have on anyway, so I don't know. I see. Well, it's the one I got from your dad. He gave it to me instead of an engagement ring to show that I promised him my love. What? So you never got an engagement ring? He told me that a wristwatch is something one can get a lot more use out of, so that's what we went with. Oh. I just wanted to ask you about this in case you had any memory of what happened to it. Well, I still don't know. I see. All right, then. Hey, Mia? You returned to your family home after my high school graduation ceremony yesterday, didn't you? Yes, that's right. I'm currently staying at my family home. As I mentioned before, I came back because there is something important to announce. Dad's discharge date from the hospital's been set. I'm aware of that. I received a notification about it too. So, regarding what we discussed the other day, could you please act on it soon? What exactly are you referring to? I mean, how long do you plan on staying at Dad's house? It's time for you to stop leeching off of him. Who is leeching off of whom? It's obviously you. I'm not leeching. I have been working and contributing my share to the household expenses. Well, I anticipated you might say that, so I've taken the liberty of throwing out all your belongings. What? I thought that might be the only way to get you to leave. Get out now. You need to divorce Dad immediately. Oh, is that how you want to handle it? If that's the case, then you'll need to manage your dad's hospitalization costs yourself. What are you talking about? You're acting like you're the one covering Dad's medical expenses. Since you seem to be so concerned, why don't you take care of your dad's discharge arrangements? It might be best if you hear directly from him about his current situation and what needs to be done. Huh? Maya! What's going on? Is it true that you and Dad have officially divorced? And did you really move into a high-rise apartment worth $10,000 a month? Is it also true that you covered all of Dad's hospital bills by yourself? And is it true that Dad has resigned from his job and is now unemployed? It's quite unbelievable, but yes, everything you've heard is true. Seriously? To clarify everything, it might be helpful to organize your questions in chronological order. Chronological order? Let's start with your dad's accident. Since it was a self-inflicted accident, insurance coverage was not an option. So you ended up covering the entire expense yourself? Yes, that's correct. The accident involved a company car that had to be written off, so he was given the choice of either resigning or paying for the car. He opted to resign. So it's essentially like being fired. Yes, it's almost the same. Although your dad did receive some severance pay, it was significantly less than what he would have received if it had been a company-initiated dismissal. I see. Initially, my own income was sufficient to manage both the living expenses and hospital bills. Given the expletive nature of the company, I considered it a sort of unexpected blessing. But then the real issues began. Issues? Yes, the major problem with your dad's accident was that it occurred while he was on way to meet his mistress. An affair? Dad had an affair? Yes, I found this out when I visited Yoshiro-san's hospital room at an unusual time and discovered him with his mistress. What? After revealing the affair, further investigation showed that it had been ongoing since before our marriage. It appears he was interested in my family's wealth. Huh? So your family is actually wealthy? Yes, that's correct. You can think of it that way. After discovering the affair, I had to quickly manage the divorce proceedings and compensation claims. Following that, I moved back to the high-rise apartment that I owned before marriage. Oh, the $10,000 high-rise? Yes, this apartment was inherited from my late father. It was valued at 100 million yen when it was first purchased, but its current value is likely diminished. But the high-rise? Let's not dwell on the high-rise details and focus on the core issues. Because of the divorce, I won't be charging you for the hospital expenses I covered during our marriage. However, any remaining unpaid amounts will need to be settled by you. But I'm unemployed. And don't forget about the compensation money. Oh, right. By the way, the mistress has already paid her share, but your dad still hasn't paid his portion. I have a feeling that Dad's expenses have accumulated to an enormous amount. I'm concerned that his severance pay might not cover everything. How he manages his finances is not my concern, so you should discuss this matter directly with your dad. And Sarah, you too. What about me? Regarding the matter of you taking and selling various items of mine without permission? Huh? You knew? Of course. With only you and me in the house, I immediately suspected you. To gather concrete evidence, I installed hidden cameras in my room. Cameras? Yes, I have detailed records of what you took from my room, and I've also tracked the app accounts you used to sell those items. That too? You mentioned discarding my belongings, but it turns out you sold what you could, didn't you? The total damage, based on what I know, amounts to just over 5,000. I will make sure to claim that amount. No way. And what about the private school tuition for you? Huh? I was the one who paid for the entrance fee and tuition as a gesture of goodwill. So you're the one who covered the entrance fee? But when it comes to college, I won't be handling any future tuition costs, so you'll need to figure that out on your own. Really? Dad doesn't seem reliable, so what should I do? Well then, I think we're done here. From now on, please handle everything through a lawyer. Goodbye. Sarah's decision to take a leave of absence from junior college was a critical juncture in her life. Opting to step away from her studies temporarily, she embarked on a new chapter marked by independence and self-sufficiency. She moved into her own apartment and began working part-time to support herself. At first glance, this shift seemed like a positive transformation. On the surface, it appeared as though Sarah was making significant strides towards personal growth and responsibility. This new chapter promised a fresh start, free from the constraints and conflicts that had previously defined her life. However, reality often complicates seemingly straightforward transitions. Despite her best efforts, Sarah struggled with maintaining stability in her new life. Her part-time jobs were short-lived, and she was either dismissed from her positions or chose to leave them voluntarily. This pattern of frequent job changes was concerning. It seemed that Sarah was unable to find a job that suited her long-term, or perhaps she was struggling to meet the expectations and demands of her employers. This instability suggested deeper issues, whether they were related to her approach to work, her adaptability in different workplace environments, or other personal challenges she was facing. Meanwhile, my ex-husband was grappling with his own set of difficulties. Despite the urgent need to find employment and resolve the financial obligations we had discussed, he showed no significant signs of actively seeking work. His inaction and reluctance to address those financial responsibilities were sources of ongoing frustration. The financial disputes and unpaid amounts that I had requested from both him and Sarah remained unresolved, adding to the complexity and strain of the situation. The situation took a dramatic turn when Sarah's relatives intervened. Their involvement marked a significant shift in the narrative. One day, a black-painted van appeared at both Sarah's and my ex-husband's residences. The sight of those vans, coupled with their authoritative presence, suggested that serious action was being taken. The intervention was both dramatic and necessary, signaling a crucial turning point in the ongoing issues. Inside those vans were individuals tasked with collecting and transporting Sarah and my ex-husband away from their homes. The process was marked by visible distress and emotional upheaval. The intervention by Sarah's relatives aimed to address the unresolved financial issues and bring some degree of resolution to the prolonged disputes. The appearance of the black vans and the subsequent actions taken were necessary steps towards resolving the complex and ongoing problems that had affected all parties involved. Following the intervention, there was a noticeable shift in the financial situation. From the following month, payments began to be made in installments. This development was a significant improvement and indicated that progress was being made in addressing the outstanding financial obligations. Although the payments were being made in small amounts, the fact that they were occurring at all was a positive sign that Sarah and my ex-husband were now facing some level of accountability for their financial responsibilities. This change marked a crucial step toward resolving the long-standing issues that had plagued our lives. Despite these positive changes, I chose to focus on my own life and well-being. The period of dealing with financial disputes and personal upheavals had been incredibly taxing and stressful. Now that the issues were being addressed and some level of resolution was being achieved, I felt it was time to fully embrace the freedom of my single life. This newfound independence allowed me to enjoy a sense of peace and relaxation that had been elusive during the tumultuous period of dealing with these disputes. As I looked forward, I decided to focus on what truly mattered to me. The freedom from the past disputes and the opportunity to start anew provided a sense of rejuvenation. I was ready to move on from the challenges of the previous months and to embrace a future that promised greater stability and satisfaction. The experiences I had gone through provided valuable insights into responsibility, accountability, and the impact of personal actions on one's life. Reflecting on Sarah's situation, it was clear she had faced significant challenges. Her struggles with employment and the ongoing financial issues with my ex-husband highlighted the complexities of navigating personal and financial difficulties. However, the involvement of her relatives and the subsequent actions to address the outstanding payments were steps in the right direction. These changes suggested that Sarah was being held accountable for her responsibilities, and the support from her relatives played a crucial role in resolving the issues. It was evident that Sarah's journey was still ongoing. Despite the intervention and the progress in settling financial obligations, the path to stability was not straightforward. Her ongoing challenges with employment and her personal circumstances indicated that she had much to navigate before achieving the stability she sought. The support from her relatives was a crucial factor in helping her address these challenges, but the journey ahead remained complex. For me, the resolution of these disputes allowed for a sense of closure. The financial obligations that had been a source of stress and frustration were gradually being addressed. The payments made by Sarah and my ex-husband, though initially delayed, indicated that they were now facing the consequences of their actions and working to rectify the situation. This development provided a measure of relief and marked a turning point in the resolution of the issues. The involvement of Sarah's relatives and the subsequent actions they took were instrumental in bringing about these changes. Their intervention was a necessary step in resolving the financial disputes, ensuring that accountability was restored. The black-painted vans and the dramatic nature of the intervention highlighted the seriousness and the need for decisive action. As I moved forward, I was determined to embrace the freedom and independence that came with being single. The experiences of the past had shaped my approach to life and provided valuable lessons. I looked forward to a future where I could focus on my own goals and aspirations, free from the burdens of past disputes. The resolution of the financial issues allowed me to fully appreciate the sense of closure and to look ahead with renewed hope and optimism. The entire experience had been a journey of growth and self-discovery. It had taught me the importance of responsibility, accountability, and the impact of personal actions on one's life. While the resolution of the disputes provided a sense of closure, it also marked the beginning of a new chapter. I was ready to step into this new chapter with a renewed sense of purpose and a commitment to embracing the opportunities and challenges that lay ahead. In conclusion, Sarah's journey and the resolution of the financial disputes were significant milestones in the narrative of our lives. The intervention by her relatives and the subsequent progress in settling financial obligations marked important steps towards addressing the issues that had affected us. The experiences of the past provided valuable lessons and insights, shaping my approach to life and reinforcing the importance of responsibility and accountability. As I looked toward the future, I was ready to embrace the opportunities and challenges that lay ahead with a renewed sense of purpose and optimism.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.